What's up, Lego Builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios. It's been a while. It has been a while since I've done a live stream. And I figured it's time. It's time to check back in with the community, see how everyone's doing, and work on some Lego MOCs. Because why not? How is everyone doing? I like how I'm 1 minute late and people just freak out. Like, have you guys never been late to anything? It's 1 minute. Chill. So, that is way too bright. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, I hate using my webcam because my webcam makes me look way too bright. Let's see, face cam. See if I can adjust the settings. Nope. I was hoping I could adjust the brightness. I can adjust the other things. Okay, let me see here. Let me try doing this. That's a little bit, that's better. I think. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Man, it's been so long since I've done this. It's taken me a little while to get set up. There we go. Okay. Welcome. We got 54 people already. That's crazy. What's up, everyone? How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. We've got a lot of people. Stormtrooper Creations, welcome. Dominus Blocks, Scared German Likes the Color Red. Vicky A, Alien Teens, Nathan. I'm not going to try and say that last name, sorry. TDL, Boulder Mountain Bricks. What's up, man? How you doing? Taylor Johnson, Thomas Oberwinter, Arthur's Wood, Davey Wolf Productions, welcome Mr. Marshmallow, Captain of the Studios, I Eat Lego, Stormy Cube, Max Bricks, Joey, Alien Teens Productions, Munch Kid, Dominus Box, so many people, welcome. Captain of Studios, hope you're all doing well. So, this is my first live I've watched. Welcome, Sean Collins. Sorry, welcome to the first one. All right, what happened to my music? Why won't it play? There we go. Can you guys hear the music? Sometimes I don't ask and you guys can't hear. And then I go the whole stream with me hearing the music but nobody else. And then it's just embarrassing. I feel foolish. Oh, dang it. I knew I was forgetting something. Look at this. I guess you guys can't see, but I literally have so many bins around me and I still forgot more. 3-year-old Thomas and Rome says, make a Cybertruck. Oh, that's awesome. Let me see. Speaking of trucks, actually, I do have a truck you might be interested in. I don't know if he's into the more military stuff, but I do have this custom Humvee. I'm actually going to be using this for a video soon. A Cybertruck would be an interesting challenge. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to see you, Mike. What are we building today, boss? So, you can hear the music? Good. For those of you guys, I mean, it seems like probably pretty much all of you guys have seen that I have been doing mech builds recently. And there's one mech that I really want to try because I've got 3-legged mechs, I've got the 2-legged mechs, but I want to do a 4-legged mech. That was actually one of the original plans, was some kind of 4-legged mech. The problem is I just couldn't think of a good design in time for the video to come out. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to stick with what I have and then I can always build another one later. Later has now come. So today I'm going to be attempting to build some kind of like heavy 4-legged mech. And I'm going to need your guys' suggestions. Because I'm not sure, like I know I want it to have 4 legs and I want it to be big, but I'm not sure what kind of payload it's going to carry. Like, are we going to have a giant gun on it? Giant missiles? More of a mortar? So, yeah, that's what's on the docket today, and I'm pretty excited. So first I need to start with some legs. First things first, it's got to be able to walk. And I want to do like, I want to have it kind of almost like a spider-like appearance. So I'm not going to have legs like this that have like feet. I want to create like legs that come in that end in a point, if that makes sense. And I want it to be big. I want this thing to be huge. Walking siege cannon, yeah, something like that, perhaps. You should, so close to 100K, that's right. I'm coming, I'm knocking at the door. What's up, Mr. Yeast? Knocking at the door, only 7,000 to go. So close. Feel it. What's up, CCC? Welcome. Giant multi-gun artillery. Maybe add some anti-aircraft missiles. All right, I gotta start building. I just don't know what I want this to look like. I'm thinking about maybe basing it off of this kind of crab droid with like these big spider-like legs. I'm not sure. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Anyways, enough about me. How have you guys been? What have you guys been up to? I haven't been able to hang out or talk with you guys in a while. What's everyone up to these days? How was your trip? My trip was amazing. Oh, it was much needed. Relaxed, took some time away. It was nice to be able to like leave the Lego, the MOC building and stuff at home. I've been a fan for 2.5 years. Dang, that's a long time. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying and watching my stuff for that long. I appreciate it. Should make a crab droid type walker. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Don't forget to add weathering. Well, this is actually a new mech, so it's not gonna have a whole lot of weathering. It's not an old mech, it's a new one. Hit the first ad. Hey, I gotta pay for these mechs somehow. Let's think of it that way. You're helping me pay for my mechs. Okay, so. Oh yeah. Anybody working on anything cool? So this is what I'm thinking about doing for the foot. Just like some kind of big, boom, claw-like thing almost that just digs into the ground and helps stabilize it. Well, it's got to have armor on the sides. I also want to mix in some like sand blue highlights so it can, match with these other mechs that I've got. I gotta keep that vibe going. You know what I mean? Your video about the life of a paddle trade is better than the sequels. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad you like that one. Those videos are doing well and it makes me happy to see. Just finished my 2 exams, so I bet that feels good. Can I see the UCS Lego shuttle? Are you talking about the Star Wars one? Also, why is my camera so overexposed? It's bothering me. I think it's this light, so I gotta go fix this. I'll be right back. Do you have memberships? Because I kind of want to join up. I do have memberships. Let me see. Let me pin a link to them in the chat if anyone's interested. So I've got 3 different tiers. Different tiers give you access to different stuff. But basically, it's like so I've moved my Lego haul videos to my members, so that's where I do that. I do vlogs, like I just went on a couple vacations, so I do vlogs of those, early access to videos. Um, I do gaming streams, Coconut's Kitchen, so I do a lot of stuff over there. So yeah, if anybody's interested, check out the pinned comment. I've got different tiers, different options, and then my members also get a minifig that represents them in my big build. So if you want to be in a giant mock, in a coconut mock, then that's the place to sign up. I think it might be because I'm wearing a pink shirt too. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Let me turn these lights on behind me. If you guys can't tell, I haven't streamed in a while. Okay, much better. I'm working on my Imperial base. Ooh, that sounds fun. I almost have 100 followers on Rebrickable. Congratulations. Congratulations, that's awesome. What kind of stuff do you build, Krieg? Building a new Republic base, MOC, that sounds cool. I'm enjoying this year's expansion of MOC styles. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going in a very different direction from where I've been going for the past 5 years, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. I was feeling like it was about time for me to just hang up the YouTube job because I was just so tired of Star Wars, to be honest. And then I was hit with this inspiration for this whole new world that I've been creating. Like, you guys, I know you guys have seen the mechs, but the mechs are just like, I'm building an entire world. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it when I unveil more things. So, if you like what you see, there is a lot more coming. Alright, that looks pretty good for a giant foot. Go on both sides. Just build a cutaway of Coruscant with a AAT2. I actually like it. That sounds cool. That's a fun stuff to do. That's a fun place to build. Man, this YouTube stuff is hard. I finally hit 230 subs. It's a grind for sure. It is an absolute grind. But it is rewarding. You can stick through it. Will you make some sort of fighter jets? Yes, I have. I have a build coming for a fighter jet, or a design for a fighter jet, and then I'm also going to be doing like a helicopter type dropship. I won't have a ton of Air Force stuff because I'm more into ground vehicles, but there will be some stuff. In fact, the pieces, I'm hoping the pieces for the jet get here this week, so I can start building that. What's up, Stuart? Been a fan since the beginning. Got some long-time viewers in the chat today. This is awesome. Could you make a custom ATRT with simple parts? Check out my video that I put out in January, Captain Harp Studios. It's called 6 MOCs you can build for free, I think. And that has an ATRT build in it. So this is the foot so far. So you can see this is going to be pretty big. I'd like it to be, you know, pretty beefy in size. I got some custom World War II figs, both German and French ones. I'm glad I got to be able to branch off from Star Wars. Yeah, it is fun to be able to branch off into new stuff. Will you be building a giant robot to be the leader? No. I know who the leaders are, and it's not who you expect. So you'll have to stay tuned. Figure out who the leader is. I do want to do like a hey, Dodo. Do you like The Last of Us at all? Yeah, I've enjoyed it a little bit. Like, I'm not a huge fan. I don't follow it, but I actually have watched some of it on YouTube, and I thought it was pretty good. Not gonna lie. It was pretty entertaining. But, like, I don't really like it enough to watch the show. Like, completely. Thank you for the dono. Lost at Dawn with $1.99. Thank you so much, man. That helps fund, keep the channel going, fund new projects, so I appreciate that. Have you worked any more on the Battle of the Bulge? I did a little bit before I left. So there's actually going to be a new Battle of the Bulge update coming out this Saturday. So yeah, there'll be a little bit. Coconut, what if there was more than one droid type like Star Wars? So there's one type, there's Juggernaut droids or buff droids. Are you talking about in Star Wars, or what are you referring to? I'm gonna grab 2 piles. Whoops, there goes my turntables. What's up, Pedro? Dennis, welcome to the stream. Shreddy, how you doing, man? Good to see you. What have you been up to? I could send you my page via Discord if you like. What's it called? Just tell me what it's called and I'll look it up. I'm on Rebrickable quite a bit. I love Rebrickable. Yo, Boulder Mountain Bricks with the 199 dono. It's been too long. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your day as well. And good luck with the uploads, man. I'm following your stuff. Keep up the good work, man. Keep grinding. I love the Lego room stuff. You should do more Lego room stuff. I think people really like that. You've got quite the collection already. Do you prefer making sci-fi or World War II MOCs? It comes and goes in waves. It kind of depends on like what I'm currently interested in. Right now, definitely much more interested in sci-fi, but that can change pretty quickly. There you go. Here's the lake so far. But yeah, right now it's definitely sci-fi. I'd say that's probably what I'm the most excited about these days. The thing I like about sci-fi is I get to create my own world. I mean, technically I could do that in World War II as well, but like, you know, it's a lot easier with sci-fi. I have a lot more wiggle room and a lot more freedom. Like, I don't have people being like, well, actually, I mean, I still get people like that somehow, even though it's sci-fi. I'm like, guys, it's sci-fi. It's science fiction for a reason, but not as much, you know what I mean? Krieg_15. All right, I'll check it out, man. I'm almost to my 15 subscriber goal. I just started my channel. I'm hoping that my future Lego Fortnite vids gain more traction. Nice, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Coleman Trevor in the house. What's up, man? Hey, Austiff's Bricks. Now there's a name I haven't seen in a little while. How you doing, man? Hopefully you've been able to recover a little from the wildness of Brick World. How you doing, man? What's been up to? How was Brick World? I mean, I've seen some of the posts and stuff. I actually went on vacation during Brick World, so I didn't see a ton of stuff, but I did see some things, and it looked like you guys had a really good time. Ah, there we go. I do have this mech who I'm using as inspiration. Can't dono, sorry, I want to. Hey, no worries, Nathan. No worries at all. Do you have a new tank to fight the robots? I have a new tank. I've got a new IFV. I've got a new jet. I'm going to be working on a new dropship. I got a whole army coming. A whole slew of fighting vehicles. I just have to build them. This is kind of like a giant tri-droid. No, it's gonna be more like a spider, I would say, if I had to compare it to something. Right now, I'm trying to build the four-leg front part. Problem is, I'm not super good at doing mechs, so as you can obviously see, it's very slow going. And I don't want this to be huge because these are all going to be within a city, and so the bigger they are, the easier of a target they're going to be. Like big MOCs in this, or big mechs in this scenario, are basically going to be sitting ducks for jets and things in the air. So I need to make these rather small. Not super small, but just like I saw some people being like, you gotta make massive ones. But that's just not gonna do great. Oh, I've just been recovering from Brick World. Had a great time. Got a room with Kennedy. So nice continuing that friendship. Displayed the apartment beginning the build for next year. That's awesome. I got to room with Kennedy in Atlanta. He's a cool guy. I like him. How do you how did the display go? This was your first time displaying, or did you display at previous Brick World? I don't remember you taking anything. I might have missed it. Also, the DuckTales base collab was incredible. It was so cool. Wish I could have seen that in person. Gotta go. I know you'll watch the end of the stream, so I'll come back and watch. Thanks for joining, Nathan. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Some of your mechs give me Battletech vibes. Maybe looking at the Urban Mech for some inspiration. The Urban Mech? Alright, I'll check it out. Urban Mech. Is that a four-legged one or a two-legged one? What's up, Iron Noah? How you doing today? Do you plan to upload a vid today? No, this is what I'm doing instead of uploading a video today. Thought I'd live stream, hang out with you guys, do some building. I also have, where'd they go? I also have these. I'm trying to decide if I should use these for this big mech or if I should use it for a ship of some kind. What do you guys think? Like a drop ship? You guys know I like to number the mechs. And so I'm wondering if I should just keep the numbering system for the mech and not number any of the aircraft. Dubsy, how's it going, man? It's been good. I've been taking it easy for a few weeks, to be honest, and just relaxing, hanging out, but now it's time to get back to the grind, get back to building. How are you doing, man? What you been up to? I'm trying to build a leg here. That one guy, welcome to the stream. Where do you get inspiration? For what exactly? Just for like building in general? Honestly, reference material, other people's builds, things that I see out in nature, out like while I'm driving around, games I've played. I try and gather inspiration from everywhere. I think that's the best way to go about it. You don't always use everything you find, but chances are you can find something good. Hey Coconut, you're my favorite YouTuber, and I'm going to be watching every one of your futuristic war videos. They're so cool. Good. I'm glad you like them. I'm very happy to see that you guys like these because I was done with Star Wars, but I was afraid that like people would lose interest in the channel because Star Wars is kind of what I've done my whole YouTube career, and so I was worried that people would be like, I'm not interested in these newfangled mechs he's doing. But so far, the reception has been just astronomical. So thank you guys for clicking on those videos and watching them. Okay, it helps push them out to a larger audience. You guys are doing good work out there. This is just so simplistic looking. That's what I don't like about my mechs, is I have a hard time making them look very detailed. They just look so blocky and simple, but I just got to start somewhere, you know? So my plan is to have it maybe sit like that and then connect to the body here. That's still not very big. What's up, Aloe Emperor? How you doing? Are you gonna make a mech navy? No navy. No navy. You guys will see why. I can't reveal too much right now because some of it's top secret. Let's see. All good here. Just working on the engines of the Tantive 4. Have you been able to figure out a good way to support them? I'll be trying to attend Atlanta. This was my first time displaying. I was helping with support for Tuck Tales and my friends with all them boys. But I was right next to him displaying, so I was honored. So that's so cool, man. Yeah, Tuck Tales was incredible, and your apartment's something special, man. I'm glad you were able to take that and display it. It deserved some attention. Do you have any drones? I do have drones. Right here. These were in the Mech Army video challenge. They're big transport drones. And then I'll be working on doing some smaller ones. Thank you for inspiring me to build MOCs. No problem, man. No problem. Yo, 4 months. Old time's sake. Love you, bro. Love you too, man. Thank you so much for being a supporter. I really appreciate you. Hopefully we can do some more streams together, hang out, just talk. I'm glad to hear you had a good time. It's good. Yeah, I'm really hoping like I'm planning on going to Atlanta next year. I really liked that one. I'd like to go back. Can your next video be a mech factory? My next video actually needs to be the Human Defense Force. I feel like I've been teasing them for so long. I need to finally show you guys who exactly the mechs are fighting, because I literally feel like every video I do, I'm like, in the next video, I'm gonna build the human army, and then something else comes up. So I feel like I owe it to you guys to show you who exactly these mechs are up against. So I gotta do that one before I move on to other stuff. All right, I think I need to make the leg bigger. I think that's the issue I'm having. Because the bigger the legs, the bigger the body. They seem to be holding up so far. You know what it's like, continually experimenting and trying to get them stronger. There's over a foot of overhang that needs to stay straight. Yeah, I don't envy that challenge. That's insane. Over a foot of span is crazy. Like the largest span I've worked with has been like, well, as far as like an engine goes, like 6 inches on my engines for the acclimator, and that's about it. So foot is wild. Will we ever line these up to make a full video similar to clones? I mean, maybe. I don't know yet. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with this new era of building. Why don't you start doing the head of the robot? I just wanted to work on the legs. I felt more inspired to do the legs, and kind of felt like if I start with the legs, by the time I get to the head, I'll know how big it needs to be and what it looks like. So I felt like the legs were kind of the first thing that I wanted to really hammer out. Are you going to be at a Lego convention? Yeah, I'm thinking about going to Atlanta next year. I was thinking about doing Brick Fair Virginia this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Bro got aura. I wish I had mech aura so I could build these mechs better. It's just hard. Like, it's hard knowing how to make them look complicated, if that makes sense. Like, the one thing I don't like, or one of the things I don't like about my mechs, is they often can come across as simplistic or very blocky. I don't like that. Like, these are made out of a lot of bricks, and I feel like the really good mech builders don't use a lot of, like, they use a lot of different pieces, whereas mine is mostly brick. So I'm trying to figure out how to get it not so much brick, if that makes sense. I do not like the paths. I don't know, guys. What's up, Spider-Man fan? How you doing? Crazy Lego, welcome to the stream. I have lately been into army building. What Star Wars army do you think I should do? I mean, can never go wrong with a Gungan army. I'll be a Gungan army proponent forever. Love me some Gungans. I also need some ingots. Should have grabbed my bin of ingots. Ingots are such a great little detail piece. for stuff like this. I thought I had some in here. Looks like oh yeah, there should be a piece right there. Right there. What's up, Jerboa Media? Did I say that correctly? Welcome to the stream. I'm starting to tackle feed to take to Brickworld 20. Well, just got an ad. On my own stream, I'm starting to tackle feed to take to Brickworld 26, aiming to do a sizable build, different size compared to the apartment. That is going to be fun. That's going to be a real challenge. I'm excited. Feed. Yes. You guys know how I feel about feed. I love anything feed related. 70 people in the chat. Let's go. Welcome, everyone. Have you heard of Red Mill Customs? They make 2009 up P1 clothes. I haven't. Never heard of them. Do you think I can buy all the Star Wars sets if I have a few ones? Which would you recommend? Like, what ones do I recommend you buy? I mean, that's totally up to like what your preference is. I don't know what type of... Ooh, should I put this on here? Like a little piece of armor protecting the joint? I kind of like that. All right, guys, we've got the foreleg done. What do you think? Give me some honest... It's supposed to be like a pin, like a spider leg, like a just like a stabbing... No claws, no foot, just kind of like that. I need some feedback. What do you guys think? Too blocky? I need it to be big, and I need it to be able to hold up a pretty big mech. And then this thing right here is like built up around it, and then I'll have another one. I'll have another one on this side like that to kind of like protect the joint, you know what I mean? What's up, Kim? Welcome to the stream. What is your dream Star Wars set? Ooh. Dream Star Wars set. I'd love an acclimator, a UCS acclimator. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. Got to feature the Forgotten Legion as they just have the sand red really complement the colors of feed. Yeah, that's true. Being there to provide support during the war. Yeah, that's a very good. That's a good call, man. That's a good color combo. Sand red and sand green. A match made in heaven. All right, so that'll go kind of like that. What if I used... Hoping as I practice more mech building, I'll get better at it. It is good. Thank you. How's the World War II mock going? Good. Just, you know, working on it slow and steady. I can't do a ton of progress on it until I get Mimban taken apart, because Mimban has a ton of pieces that I need for the build. So I've just kind of been... I've been trying to just figure out what I can work on in the meantime. But I do have an episode done. It just needs to be edited, so it'll be coming out this Saturday. So... we'll be getting another look at the Battle of the Bulge this weekend. 327th Battle Pack when? I think it comes out in August, right? According to the rumors. Oh, where's that? I'm trying not to worry about colors right now. Sometimes I feel like I overwhelm myself if I try to figure out the colors and the design at the same time. So I think for now I'm just going to focus on the design, and then I'll figure out the color scheme. Like the color scheme will be easy because I can just go back in after and just recolor things. So I gotta stay focused. How come you don't make any first order bases? I'm not into first order. That's why. I'm not really into the sequels. Not my thing. So that's why I don't build any. Yeah, August 1st. Okay. Have you ever heard of Brick Arms? I sure have. Of course. What do you think of all the new clones we're getting this year? I think it's great. I think people really should take note and enjoy what they're getting with clones right now because this is insane. Like we're literally gonna have, we could potentially have 212th Shock Troopers, Galactic Marines, 327th clones all on shelves at the same time, and regular Phase 2 grunts. That's 5 different clones on shelves at the same time. That's unprecedented. That's insane. So I think it's cool. I know a lot of people are worried about the Galactic Marines, but from what the leaked images that I've seen, they look pretty cool. I don't want to do a ball joint here on this end. I feel like that might work better than doing hinges again. Oops. So it would be like this. And have a little one coming down like that. That'll help with like mobility, you know? But I'm wondering if I should do the bigger ball joint here. I feel like I should. I'll be right back. I gotta grab the bigger ball joint and see if that'll work. Look at this, guys. An old piece of Cato Nemoidia. One of the giant chains that held the city up. Throwback. The Lego 6-pack. What's up, man? How you doing? Oh yeah, the clone pilot. So that's 6 different. Holy cow, that is insane. I mean, that's... Can it get much better than that? I don't know. Oh, this is the wrong piece. No. Sure, you grabbed the wrong piece. That's frustrating. Brother man, I got to get ready for afternoon mass, but so down for more streams or just to chat. See you soon, brother. Stay safe. Hey, you too. Stay safe out there, man. I appreciate you. Enjoy your mass. And thank you for tuning in, man. It's good to see you. Do you guys have any particular sets you're excited for this year that are of the rumored sets? I'm actually pretty excited for the Clone Turbo Tank. I don't know if you guys have seen the leaked images, but it looks pretty cool. I wasn't expecting to like it, so that's saying something. There we go. What do you think? Got the second leg in. It's very skinny. I feel like I need to beef it up more. Interesting. Beef it up with what? Use some of these. See, I feel like a big ball joint like this is what I need. This is gonna help hold up a bigger MOC, I think. Turbo tank. What's a turbo tank? I'm gonna go. I hope the mix turns out great. Me too, man. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Oh, let me get these out of the way. Let's see. So, what do you guys think about that? So I'm thinking about having it like that. So this will be about how big the leg is. I feel like that will give me a pretty decent sized mech. What you think? Yeah. Honestly, this doesn't look too bad so far. I don't have any Discord, no. Yeah, I'm also excited for the Clone Juggernaut. It's gonna be sweet. The Godzilla set, hold up. Hold on a second, Godzilla set. Will you elaborate on that? I didn't know there was a Godzilla set. Where'd you hear that? Acolyte, I respect only a little because they use the heavy lightsabers. For me, personally, Acolyte started good and then just went downhill fast, and I never finished it. So, yeah. It had potential, in my opinion. I know there are some people who were not a fan, but I thought it had potential. It did not live up to it. I keep getting distracted with color coding it. I told myself I was gonna wait. I just too excited, guys. So excited about this one. I can't contain myself. This reminds me of Terminator Salvation. Really, I like that movie. That's a good one. That's one of the only Terminator movies I've seen. There we go. What do you guys think? All right, I want to try and build. I want to build 4 of these so we can really see what this is going to look like. How big will what? How big the gun and the robot will be? Oh, that's what I want to know. I've been asking you guys for suggestions on how big I should make it. What do you guys think? Like, what size of gun should I put on this bad boy? I think it's this piece, right? Yeah. Oh. All right, gotta go now, Coconut. Have a great time on the stream. Thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Do a Yoda impression. Trust me, you do not want to. You do not want to hear my impression of anything. I am horrible. I don't know what it is because I've heard people who do pretty good impressions. I am just so bad at it. I don't know why. Just wasn't my thing, I guess. Large but not too big that it topples. What about double cannons? Like, what if I did 2 decent sized cannons on like a turret that rotated? I think that would be kind of cool. Because you know how this one just has 1 rail gun? Like, what if I did a double gun? Sentinel robot idea for Coconut. Taller than a minifig, can probably pick up a car, and the rest is up to you. Do whatever you want. Thanks for the suggestion. Do you have an impression of Coconut Brick Studios? I mean... It'd probably be something Gungan or Naboo related. We know that. If it's a Coconut impression, it's going to have something to do with the Gungans and Naboo. Long time no see. What's up, Mayo? How you doing? How was your Brick World Chicago experience? Just had Austif in here talking about his. What's up, Brickworks? How you doing? Will you release instructions for your mech? Probably not. Should be around the same size as the other mechs. Well, I want this one to be a heavy MOC, so this one's going to be big. This is going to be a big boy because other people are saying, "Oh, this heavy MOC is too small." So I'm going to do one that's slightly bigger. I don't want to go too big, or else it'll be too easy of a target to hit. And that's something we have to be wary of. because the human defense force, they have some, they may be smaller, but trust me, they're packing some pretty serious firepower. So the mechs need to be careful, not getting too big, or else they're gonna get destroyed. I did go to Brick World Chicago. Are you sure? Oh, really? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I thought you did. Could have sworn I saw you post something. Now I'm just confused. I don't know who I'm thinking of. I am making your Battle of Coruscant. That sounds fun. Coruscant's a fun challenge. Do you use photos to come up with many of your designs? You mean like reference material? Yeah, yeah. I'm actually using reference material right now for a six-legged mock or six-legged mech, just to like give me the anatomy. Because I'm trying to just understand the anatomy of a multi-legged mech. Because I feel like I've got the two-legged one down, but I'm a little shaky on the multi-leg one. So just trying to figure out like what position do the legs go in, how do they fit together, how many joints should they have, stuff like that. Yeah, reference materials can be really helpful because for me, it can be overwhelming just being like, okay, I just need to come up with this crazy design out of thin air. You know what I mean? Whereas looking at what other people doing kind of helps get the ball rolling of like, oh, okay, a six-legged, a four-legged mech, the legs should have this many joints, they should be in this position, this shape. That. I'm trying to build a second one. I want to get all four of these. I want to get all four of the legs built on this stream so I can show you guys how big I plan on making this one. Don't worry, everyone else thinks I went to Brick World Chicago, so I went for the last 2 years. Well, it's not just that, man. I swear, I'm so confused. I could have sworn I saw you posting something of you in Brick World Chicago. That's weird. That's got to be quite the trip for you, though. I mean, going all the way from Australia. That's crazy. That's a crazy journey. How long is the flight? What's up, Brickworks? Can we see? Can we see what? I'm on week 11 and spent 200 bucks. Wow, that's not bad for 11 weeks of building. What are you building? What are you currently building? Like which part? Okay. Using up a lot of these. These are my friend in this situation. My good friend, the inverted slope. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? See you later, CJG 1487. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. I think more effort has been put into this sci-fi world than the whole sequel trilogy. I want to do this justice. Oh, I was using this piece, and I really want you guys to be impressed and intrigued and engaged. Like, I don't want this to just be a series of like 6 videos. I want this to be like a series of projects that I could work on for years to come. Like, I'm creating multiple cities, lore for those cities, lore like in between the cities. There's a whole world out there for me to create. And I will say this. Let me preface all this by saying I am first and foremost a mock builder, and I'm doing this for mocks, and I'm not an author. So don't expect a crazy cool deep story. I'm mostly just trying to set the scene so that I know what I'm building and like I know the world better because I really want to, I need to understand my own world if I'm going to build in it. So I'm trying to not write a whole novel. Oh, look at this. This sticker piece actually worked really good right there. What do you guys think? Should I use it? I've got multiples. Yeah, that could work. And I picked sand blue. Sometimes I regret picking sand blue because it's such an expensive color and hard to find, but I think it looks so cool, so keep it. We'll keep it. I would definitely watch this series. Oh, yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about. Like, so I'm thinking about doing this as a series. Like, what would you guys think about me building a city? Like, the plan is I'm gonna build a giant city as like, because you guys know how I do my weekly Star Wars series. It would be like that, but I'm building a sci-fi city, and then I'd be giving you guys more lore and kind of like explaining what's going on while I'm building it. So it'll be like weekly building updates, but it'll be me building a futuristic city. It's going to be like a futuristic hive city. I don't know how many people are familiar with Warhammer 40K, but they have these giant cities, mega cities that people live in. And so I want to create something like that. And these mega cities have been cut off from each other. And I'm not going to reveal too much right now, but basically they're all ruled under a larger government, but they have a large amount of autonomy because they're all so far dispersed, and like they don't really communicate or have a lot of, they can't have a lot of contact with each other because of what happened to the surrounding terrain. They're enabled, the only way they can get from one city to the other is these underground trains, which are mostly just used to transport goods and supplies because humans can't really survive the journey. And so there's going to be these large underground trains that connect everything. So these like individual factions and governments and like sub-rulers within the government have started to arise of like controlling their own cities and stuff. So it's going to be real chaotic. This is the Protectorate faction. And then I am currently creating the human one. Have you read Fate of the Jedi book series? I haven't. Is it good? You're just making me even more hyped. Good. That's what I like to hear. So no UGVs? What is that? I'm not familiar with that. What's a UGV? There we go. We got 2 legs, guys. What do you guys think? Not too shabby. This thing's going to be big. All right, I need another slope. The funny thing is, I go through the same process every time I build, where I start building something, I'm like, oh, I hate it. It sucks. Like, why am I doing this? And then I stick with it for like 20 minutes, and then it starts to come together. I'm like, why don't I just remember this every single time? Like, I go through the same thing every time. Why can't I just remember to just chill and let it all come together? Kind of like a crab droid. Yeah, exactly. Unmanned ground vehicle. There might be. There just might be. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. Okay, how do I get this? That maybe? Trying to figure out how to connect the leg to the body now. Maybe something like that. Or I can do it the other way. That. There we go. That's pretty cool. Not bad. Can you also build mechs for the humans? Well, so I'm thinking about not doing mechs for the humans because I want to diversify the types of stuff seen. I don't want to do human mechs versus robot mechs. And this is like the beginning of a sci-fi world. So there's going to be you're going to see a lot of like conventional, traditional weapons, and then you're going to see sci-fi stuff woven in with it. So it's going to be a sci-fi world that's taking its first steps into the real futuristic sciences. So what I plan to do is kind of have it evolve over time, where the humans start out with just like traditional tanks and IFVs, like what we have now, and then once they, come in contact with what they're going to be facing in this next series, I want them to kind of like upgrade and evolve and like slowly create their own mechs. So there could be human mechs later on in the series, but for now, I'm going to keep it more traditional. If you build the sci-fi mock and include city in the title of the video, I'll probably watch it. Yeah, it's going to be a massive city. Like, I don't know, I probably won't do it as big as Coruscant was, but it'll definitely be bigger than Megiddo. So that should help give you an idea. Well, we'll see. I might make it smaller. I don't know. I don't want to overpromise. Yo, DP2000. What's up, man? Let's see. Need some more of these. Sorry, guys. I need to go. See you later, Mr. Marshmallow. Thanks for joining. You should do a vid of taking Lego sets, any theme, and recreate them better than Lego with a similar price point. Better, like a better battle pack. I mean, I've done similar stuff like that in the past. It just didn't perform super well, so it didn't really seem like people were interested in that. Hey, Coconut, what are you going to do for 100,000 subs? I don't know. What do you guys think? What should I do? When I hit 100,000 subscribers, what am I going to do to celebrate? All right, I think it's time to start assembling the body so I can show you guys. So keep in mind, this isn't what the body's going to look like. I'm just building something to give you an idea of what I have in mind. An idea, excuse me, an idea of an idea, I guess you could say. I did say a mock contest a long time ago, but after how crazy and chaotic the last one was, I realized I've just gotten I can't run the mock contests by myself anymore. It was too much for just one person. Oh shoot, this thing's gonna be huge. Dang. Maybe a little too big. What do you guys think? Too big? Kind of like that. Let me zoom this out. I actually need to zoom out. It's so big. I think I need to build more legs so we can properly see. This is bigger than I expected. That's for sure. What are you building? I'm building a giant four-legged mock, Scotty. Will you do anything for 5K on the second channel? Probably not. That one's just kind of like just for fun channel. Yo, this is my first time watching your stream. Can't wait to see what you build. What's up, Lisa W? Well, this is what I've built so far. I'm trying to work on a giant four-legged mech because people were clamoring in the comments of the Mech Army video for a four-legged mech, and I've been wanting to do one. I just didn't have the time to design one before that video dropped. So I was like, well, now I've got all the time I need. So that's what's up. That's what's going on today. What are you up to? Doing some building? If so, what you working? By the way, love your videos, and I can't wait to see what you do. Thank you, I appreciate that. Welcome back, Nathan. How's your summer been? My summer has been amazing, Christopher. Like, much needed. I've been able to take some big breaks. I actually went to Europe a few weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. Just been hanging out. H2O addict. That's funny. Love your content, dude. Keep going. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Maybe a tracked laser guided weapon / tank. That would be cool. I've also been having a lot of fun just doing this new style of building. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was so sick of building Star Wars stuff, but I just didn't know what to pivot to. And then I just started building. I just had these ideas for just like sci-fi stuff because I've been into sci-fi for a while, but like typically Star Wars was my main outlet for that. And then I finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? I want to create something of my own. New Hashima. New Hashima was really the catalyst for that. It kind of reignited that desire in me, and it just felt like the right time to pursue that. So I've had a lot of fun crafting this new world. I've got a fighter jet that I'm going to be building. I've got a helicopter / gunship I'm going to be doing. So I'm really excited. And that's all on top of like the city, the giant city I'm going to be building. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to enjoy. Right now, I'm trying to build a giant heavy mech. This is going to be like a four-legged one, but I need advice for what the upper area should look like the turret area. Should I do missile launchers? Should I do one big cannon, two smaller cannons? I don't want it to be anti-aircraft. I want it to be like an artillery style mech. I mean, that's the thing though, because it's so big, I could include anti-aircraft as well, but I want its main function to be like artillery. How was Italy? Italy was awesome. It was a little stressful with the whole language barrier thing. It's like trying to get around. Like I get stressed out easily with that kind of stuff. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. And it was good. It was a great opportunity to get outside of my comfort zone, which I always enjoy doing. So that was nice. The food was good. I got to see some really cool buildings. There was a building there, like a cathedral, that was green and like tan, that really looked like Naboo. It was so cool. It was literally straight out of Naboo, and I was floored. So I took a ton of pictures of that. Yeah, it was good though. Good experience. I would go back. I enjoyed Europe. Got to visit some family, which was a lot of fun. Good to see them. Does YouTube make you does YouTube make you most of your income, or do you have a job in real life and YouTube is a fun side job? This is my full-time job. This is it. I've been doing this full-time since 2022. And I absolutely love it. Doing artillery with smaller guns next to it. See, oh, Kermite, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, I was thinking something similar of like one big gun and just like smaller side armaments. Like I want this thing to just be bristling with weapons. Like I think that would be cool because all my other mechs have been very singular in their focus of like this mech has this function. This mech has this function. I want this mech to be like this mech can like do it all. I want them to be very dangerous. I've realized how your new robot soldiers look kind of like Cameraman from Skibbity Toilet. Is that intentional or I'm losing? That was not intentional. What? Skibbity Toilet? Isn't that a meme? I've heard of it. I don't really know what it is. So no, it was intentional or unintentional. They're actually based off of some cool little robots I saw in New Hashima. I wanted to build some of my own. Kind of like do my own. I took inspiration for them, but I didn't want to just recreate theirs. I wanted to try and recreate my own thing. Are you making a mock with this new faction? Yes, I am actually. I'm making a whole city. It's going to be a city that's at war between mechs and humans. Because why not, right? There we go. Third leg is almost done. A perfect crossover for me would be Coruscant sci-fi cities like Tron, futuristic city like Metros from Futurama, and dystopian cities like Ready Player One. Yeah, this is gonna be. It's definitely not gonna be like Tron. Honestly, don't know what it's gonna be like until I start building it. I want it to have like a more futuristic looking city center, and then once you get out of the city center and get to like the older maybe what piece to oh I need the other one. Like older like low income areas. Like I want it to look a little bit older, more like more dystopian. I have to wait and see. Like I just basically have to get started on the building and see what comes together. I am nervous though. Bro's teaking with the skibbity toilet thing. I am, or what are you talking about? Need skip. Are you doing a mock contest? No, not currently. If I do another mock contest, I'll need someone to run it with me. I just got too many entries last time, too much going on. It's just too big of a thing that more than I want to handle right now while also doing YouTube. If that makes sense. Ooh, a wheel. B brick build. Sorry, how you doing, man? What's good? Oh, there's lots good right now. I'm working on some mechs. I'm building a giant four-legged mech. I got a lot of good suggestions from you guys, a lot of good feedback in the mech videos, which is good. So I feel like I'm setting myself up good here. All right, guys, look at this. This thing can now stand on its own. Nope, it needs one more leg. Not too shabby, though. What do you guys think? Too big, too small? I wonder if the legs are too big. Spider mech, that's right. Okay, one more leg. Can do that. One more leg, and we can see this will turn out. Making a tri-droid, like what's up here. No, this is a more of like a crab or spider type droid. I want it to kind of like sit low to the ground and have like a big rotating turret, almost like the turret of a tank on top. Some giant guns on it. I think that'd be cool. I need some brackets though. Phew. Barely. Barely. It seems like I barely have enough of these brackets. For small mechs, Cost Bricks has a good design tutorial on YouTube. You just need to change the colors a bit. I've got the small mechs down. It's the big mech. Well, are we talking like how small are we talking? Because I do need some really small mechs, like light class mechs. What's going to be your next vehicle for your humans? A tank, plane, or a helicopter? I'm actually going to be building the entire army. I'm trying to decide if I should do it this week and break it into two parts and do like the ground forces one week and the air force next week, because I don't have the pieces for the jet in yet. So I'm debating on maybe just doing the ground forces this week and then the next week doing like the gunship, the jet, missiles, air defense systems, stuff like that. Maybe do the mech dropship as well. You should create a building that has a massive cannon. A building with a cannon, dang. That would be interesting. Building with a cannon in it. This one was 4. When are you making the town? Just when I'm ready. I'm trying to decide when I want to start it. Most likely I'll begin work in July. I want to practice my buildings a little bit more and just start building up a store of pieces. Because I'm going to need a lot of different colored pieces. You know, I'm used to working in gray because Star Wars. And so now I'm branching into a whole new color palette. Hey, Coconut, if you create a Titan-sized robot, base it off of upgraded Titan cameraman. Well, I don't want to do any big mechs that are too big. This is probably as big as I'm going to get, and I'm probably going to downscale this one as I'm looking at it because it's too big. You guys will see why soon enough. In this world, bigger is not always better. Sometimes bigger means you have a bigger target on your back. So, trying to keep things resized. Who knows? Maybe that'll change though. Maybe in one of the other cities there'll be larger mechs on the loose. If anybody wants early access or behind the scenes access to this new world I'm creating, I've been posting stuff for my YouTube members. The link is pinned in the comments if anyone wants to check it out. See what my memberships have to offer. Alright, I need a little bracket piece. Space to play. Is this a full-sized MOC series? Perhaps. I'm hoping so. One more of those. Should make a giant ship that can drop large mechs. I would like to. I really want to. It just depends on like what I can come up with. All right, I gotta grab one more ball joint, then I should be done. All right, got the ball joint. Where did this go? That. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. The moment of truth. Well, looks like it can support itself. So that's always a good sign. There we go. What do you guys think? Beginnings of my four-legged mech. This body is not the actual body. I'm just using it as something to hold for the legs to hold. So we can see like if the leg design actually works. I don't know. I think this is a pretty good start. I like it. It turned out better than I thought it was going to. At first I was not super pleased with it, but I like it. Have to go, but I'm glad I could make it. Thanks for joining, Christopher. Appreciate it, man. I like it. I think this goes along with these mechs, and you can see it's going to be significantly bigger. And I think it still matches the vibe pretty well, so that's good. Nice. This is good. This is a good start. So that's going to do it for me, everybody. But thank you guys so much for joining. First stream in a long time. So it's good to see people are still interested in the stream, still tune in. So next week, I'm going to finally be showing you the human army. It'll be either the entire army or just the ground forces. I'm still trying to figure that out. But either way, you're going to get something. It's going to be good. So I appreciate you guys. I will catch you all later. And until next time.